So, it's been a while. I guess I can get into it later, but I've been really nervous about filming. And even though I just had peak gardening season and I had so much to share with harvesting and things I was growing and how the garden was looking great, I just could not bring myself to pick up the camera and go out there and film it. So, just a minute ago, I was in my office and I saw a video. I can't remember her name. I really want to share her name, so let me just look at my computer again. Her name was Laura Stepney, and this showed up in my feed randomly. She was talking about how nervous she was filming and that she was doing a 2-week challenge to film something every day. And so I watched that and I felt that maybe I have the courage to try something like that too. So here I am, it's day 1. Today is October 2nd, and I'm working, but I have a minute. So I'm just gonna head downstairs. I have a package out there. Head downstairs, and then I'm gonna take you into the garden for a second and just find one thing to show you. I need my boots. Okay. All right, here we go. Is this something on my camera? What is that? All right. So it's gonna rain today, but I feel sprinkling. So this is my little, 1 minute I have of filming time before I have to go back inside. Plus I have a call at 11 that I need to be on, so I can't be out hanging out in the garden right now. What should I show you? How about the zinnias? Let me turn this around. New camera, gotta work out all the features. I literally haven't filmed anything on this yet. All right, there we go. Here's the zinnia bed. It's also the pepper bed. Totally overgrown with crabgrass. It's just completely taken. We have some volunteer strawberries, but I've really enjoyed these zinnias. They've been blooming a long time. I'm collecting seeds, and we're going to do a whole bed in the front of the house next year with just zinnias like this. It just, my son calls this a flower party. When he's real little, I had some flowers going kind of like this, but not nearly as many. And that's what he called it, and it was the cutest thing. But it kind of describes it pretty well. It's just kind of chaotic, colorful bed of flowers. So, tomatoes are still going well. It's definitely, our fall is coming. Here we go, more weeds. I don't know, this isn't going to be a whole garden tour. I should save that, but my tomatoes my double-decker, what is it called, tomato cages, those did really well. I might actually continue using that method, but I also did one bed, actually not a bed, I planted one tomato in the ground very, very, very late in the season on a trellis, cow panel trellis. And here it is. My opelka has tons and tons of green tomatoes. We do have some 80-degree days coming up this weekend, so I'm hoping these might actually ripen. I have shade cloth on them now because I had cut all the leaves off. Somebody said that would help them to focus on ripening sooner, but then the sun came back and I started to worry they were going to get sunburned, so I put this shade cloth loosely covering. I'm kind of torn. They need sun to ripen, but I don't want them to get completely burned. What else we got going on? Mostly weeds is what's going on. Ginormous squash and zucchini I've been saving for the chickens. Finally pulled the broccoli out and have tarped that bed just for now. This was my garlic and onions that was so bad with crabgrass and other weeds. I put one of those billboard tarps over it, and just I am trying to kill what's there to make it easier to pull it out. You see all these weeds back here. More tomatoes. I guess this is sort of a garden tour right now. Cosmo's flower party. Let's see. guess that's it. I'll save more for another video. Let's turn around again. Alright, so that was my quick, disorganized, anxious garden, quick garden view. Oh look, wait, gotta show you this first. In the greenhouse. I don't know if you can see that very well, but blackberries have completely taken over in here. I actually hacked away quite a bit of this the other day, but it's just growing. Let me flip around again. It's just growing in and around all my stuff. And of course, blackberries are very, very thorny and difficult to remove. I can't even close that door, the back door, until I get these blackberries out of here. Don't want to do this on a sunny day because it gets really, really hot in here, obviously. So I'm waiting for the cloudy days, which today's one, so maybe I'll get out here later today when it's raining. It's a good rainy day project because it won't be hot in here and it'll be nice and cool. And I'm just gonna chip away at these bit by bit until they're gone, and then I'm going to eventually put landscape cloth down on the floor of this greenhouse to try and keep these weeds under control, because I really want to be able to use this space, both for starting seeds and I kind of want to like possibly overwinter a pepper or two out here from my outdoor bed, just kind of transplant one into a pot and see what happens, see how long I can keep it going, mostly as a test to see, you know, how well this greenhouse does when it gets actually cold outside. But I do have some problems. There's a hole here in the plastic that we've got to find a way to repair if I want to be serious about using this. So I'm going to flip back around again. Alright. There, I did it. Day one of trying to film. I can feel myself being less nervous, you know, after the first few minutes once I actually start talking. So that's a good sign. That means I just need to learn to get started, and then just go from there. But for now, I gotta go back inside. Like I said, I have a Zoom call at 11 for work, so I can't play in the garden right now. See you tomorrow.